Hello, friends, frogs, and happy people. How's everybody doing out there today? I have nothing to say. We're not doing the daily stoic. I already did that earlier today, but I did have some thoughts. I am serious about this positive affirmation stuff. It works. It really works if you say it out loud. You have to hear yourself appreciate yourself. You have to hear yourself say you love yourself. And I know it's hard. I do. I've been there so many times. I'm like, what am I saying this stuff for? It's not meaning anything. It's just stuff to say. But if you positively actually say it so many times, you come to believe what you were saying to yourself, but you have to hear it out loud. You have to talk to yourself. And it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to hear you, and somebody's going to actually think you're off your rocker. And it's okay. I don't mind that. I mean, I don't mind people thinking I'm off my rocker. I mean, because, it might be true. However, these things helped me. So I'm really, really serious about you saying your affirmations and saying positive things to yourself on a daily basis, because you're not going to heal these negative thoughts over just laying there. You have to think positive. You have to. Do you want to be bubbly and like me, and you want to just make sure that the world is okay with their thoughts? Or do you just want to keep laying there or sitting there and thinking absolute nothing but the worst of your day? You're taking precious time thinking the worst about things that don't need to be thought worst of. It's wasting. You're wasting away. I hate to be so blunt about things, but that's just how I feel. You're wasting away. You're wasting time. You're wasting your life. You have a life. Go do something with it. Go talk yourself into going out by yourself. Even if it's by yourself, just go. I don't like to be in crowds. Crowds make me anxious, and I really shouldn't tell people if you don't want to be in a crowd, don't be in a crowd. But I mean, just go out and watch other people laugh and have fun, and watch them enjoy what they're doing, and watch them be positive, and see how much they love who they're around, or are having a good time, and nobody's jealous, and nobody's angry, and nobody's, just watch that and want that for yourself. And I promise you, your mind will eventually change. Your mind will eventually not fix itself, because you're kind of in control of what you think, but your mind will think positively. Your mind will think the healthy thoughts that it needs to, but you've got to want it. You cannot fix the broken person that does not need to be fixed. You cannot fix an alcoholic that doesn't want to be fixed. You can't fix a drug addict that doesn't want to be fixed. They're going to keep going, and they're going to keep going, and they're going to keep going. The thing is to want it. And I do want it for you. I want it for you so much. I want you to know what it is like to have a happy, joyful life. I want you to know what it is like to be excited, to get out there and feel like you're made new again. Like, these are things I thought when I was younger. Like, I can just look, I don't know, I just see things differently. I see color differently. I don't see any gray areas. I don't see in black and white anymore. I see the colors, and I appreciate the colors. There are times I catch myself in that low light again. I do. Of course, it's natural. But I have to think of the two. One negative equals two positives. Remember that. One negative, two positives. I've always said that. One negative, two positives. Always think two more positive things. I'm not worth it right now. I'm just not. Wait a minute. Yes, I am. I'm worth it. I'm worth that and more. Just have to say it. You just have to say it. I wish sometimes I could be a more beautiful person. Not beautiful like aesthetically. I wish I could be prettier than what I am. But I'm grateful that I am. The aesthetics doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because I am. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. Let me see. Whether or not anyone likes how I look, it just doesn't matter. I'm alive. I can be a positive force to someone. I could be a positive influence on you. I could be I could be the reason you get up and on your feet and tell the world that you're full of sunshine. I can do that for you. I hope to. I want to. But it doesn't matter how I look. I mean, we're not doing this based on how I look. My looks don't matter. They matter to me, but anyway, I don't think in the long run they matter to anybody. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter. It matters what's inside. What's inside of you, that's something you have to. Are you a kind person? Are you so empathetic that you cry when you see a lost or sick dog or a cat or even a snake? If you find a snake out in the woods and you're like, oh, it needs to be rehomed somewhere and out of my yard so it doesn't attack me. My daughter was like that with roaches. It was so embarrassing because I'm like, this is gross. I can't do this. Now she got to where she understood, why you had to get rid of roaches or whatever, but she wouldn't let me kill a spider. I was not allowed to kill a spider. I had to pick up a cup and put it like a paper cup, a plastic cup or whatever. Put a piece of like paper on, plate, like a paper plate, cover it, and I had to, so I wouldn't pick it up. I don't know if they would harm me or whatever. So any spider, she just would not, even in school. That she would be in class and I would be teaching and the teacher would come and they're like, hey, we have a spider in the room. We need you to come get it. I'm like, all right, I'll be there in a minute. So I would have to do the same thing there at school. Can't kill a spider. Can't do it. She would have had a fit because it had a family, and spiders are especially good at eating other insects. So they eat roaches and they eat things like that. So, win-win. The roaches had to go. I don't have roaches now. I haven't had roaches in a long, long time. But they had to go. I wasn't playing with them. And the mice, I was just like, just don't look at the mice. Just don't look at the mice. Oh, but they're so cute. Where? Those things are ugly. She did have a pet rat. It lasted a year. Did you know that? A rat's life can only last a year. That's it. That's it. Kind of like a guinea pig. Kind of like a gerbil. A year. A rat's life only lasts, because he died for absolutely no reason. She said he showed no signs of being sick or anything. And I was like, look it up. Rats only live a year. But the whole time you're fighting with them in your house, it feels like 100 years. I have had mice in the house, and it was horrible, horrible, horrible. Don't like them. But anyway, positive affirmation, people. I've put some positive affirmations on. I don't know why it won't let me change it, but it's like Facebook.com, Bows of Happiness, and at the time I'd made a Bows of Happiness email, but now I'm going by Cassie's Corner. It won't let me change it. So it's Facebook.com, Bows of Happiness. I'll put it at the description in here so that way you can go to it. But yeah, I put a lot of positive affirmations in there, some positive thoughts to keep people thinking positive, because it's important. It is so important that you keep telling yourself that everything is going to be okay. Everything, it has been okay until now. You've made it this age. No matter if you were in control or not, like you had parents. I know you had parents. Or somebody else is always in control. It seems like your boss is in control. Whoever raised you was in control. Everything's been fine since then. You're just a little sad. And it can be overcome. Trust me, it can be so overcome. I think it was 27 when I started being depressed. 27, 28, 29, 30, up in that area. And I'm now 55. So add that up. It's a long, long time. Long time. Actually, I found right after I got married, I started having nightmares. So it was like right after I got married. So I was 24 then. And now I'm 55. So it's been a 30, close to a 25, 30 year, and I say 10 to 15 because that's when it was just most unbearable. But it was like right after I got married. Now, everybody can say, okay, well, you got married and got depressed. Well, the thing of that was why I completely put it on my marriage is because marriage was not what I thought it was supposed to be. I thought that the man would be there to support me and my sadness or that kind of thing. And when I had nightmares and all the memories coming back, I didn't feel like I had anybody to support me. So not the marriage itself was a disappointment, but what I expected of it, and not the reality not being what I expected, kind of was a turning point for me. So no, my marriage was not a failure. I won't say that's just what I expected it to be, as opposed to what happened. So there's that. So from 94 until maybe 2-3 years ago, I was 30 some odd years. I say 10 to 15, like I said, because that was probably my saddest points in life, where nothing made me happy. Nothing. I screamed at everybody. I was upset about everything. Everything made me mad. If I tripped over something on the floor, it made it a bad day. Positive affirmations, people, they work. They work. They absolutely work. Look at me now. Do I look like I need help? Well, the straitjacket is looking really good right now. Just thinking. Y'all have a great night. I do hope you find that great big belly laugh. I hope you have a froggy, wonderful night. I really, really do. I hope that if you're getting some more of this cold blast, it's raining. So maybe we will freeze in the morning. I don't know. We'll see. But no snow. No snow. And of course, like I said, I haven't been outside, so I don't know if there's really ice anywhere. It's 49, so this rain shouldn't freeze, but overnight it might. So, that is that. I hope you find that great big belly laugh. Find somebody that you appreciate and make sure you tell them. Say it out loud. Say it to them, because it will have that kindness come into you, and you'll want to do it again and again and again. It feels wonderful to tell somebody, hey, I like your shirt. Hey, I like the way you work. Hey, thank you for cleaning our restrooms when nobody wants to do it. Nobody in this company, if you work in a big place where you're like at a desk all the time and there's a maintenance guy, nobody wants to clean your toilets. Nobody wants to clean up after you've messed up. But they get out there and they do it. And nobody ever says thank you to them. Nobody. The cart guy who's going out and getting the cart, maybe taking your cart to the car. Thank you. Thank you. I know that's not part of your job, but thank you anyway. We used to have a guy do that all the time. My grandma always try to tip them, and people do that too. But if you don't have that kind of money, take your own groceries to the cart. To the car. I take my own groceries to the car. I don't want to rely on anybody else. But I'm stubborn in that way, so. Positive affirmations, positive thoughts. Think hard, think positive, think the easiest way. And always, always, always remember that if something is said, no matter what it is, you may think you're at target, but think of the context in which it was said. It may not be about you. It may be about somebody totally different. It could be about someone in general. Stop taking so many things to heart or personally, because I grant you 90% of the things that you think are personally said are not about you. They're not. They're absolutely not. They're just in general. They don't talk about you. Nobody sits around. I'm going to say it again. Nobody sits around and knows you're depressed and they try to think of ways to trigger you. That's mean. That's cruel. And I'm not saying that we don't have people in the world that are like that. We do. We absolutely do. There are people in the world that would do that. But everybody that comes into your vision, they're going to sit there and pick at your depression? I don't think so. Let's think about what we're thinking. It's just not everything deserves a reply. Not everything deserves for you to be upset. Not everything deserves for you to get emotional on. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Especially like your daughter, your son, your brother, your sister. No, my mom, my family is a different story. It is a whole different case entirely. We're not talking about mine. We're talking about yours. So, think about positive things. Think positive. Think positive. Even if it's just real, I am able to work. It is a positive affirmation. Say it out loud. Say it to yourself. I am able to get up and cook for my family. I am providing care for my family. I am caring for my family. I am being a good mother. I am being a good father. I am being a good sister, a brother, a niece, nephew, whatever, what have you. You know, it is positive because it is real. Start there. You will end up saying so many, like I am an amazing person. I have no idea how I've gotten through so much in my life without needing a proper straitjacket. I have no idea. No idea. If it were anybody else, I see drug use, I see alcoholism, I see things like that, but I fought so hard not to be that person. I have fought so hard to handle things naturally, and I've done it. I may not have handled it perfectly. I may have handled it with screams and shouts and self-pity and oh my gosh, I can go on and on. I may have needed to have my mouth taped shut or whatever, but I did it. And I still haven't done alcohol, and I still haven't done any drugs. So I'm quite proud of myself. And I can be proud of you too. You can be proud of you. It's not that hard. But anyway, I just wanted to reiterate everything that I've been teaching you. This money thing has got me, in this Stoic book, has got me caught off guard because I can't really preach to you about the money. I don't have money like that to save up, but my spouse has had money. And we were talking about Warren Buffett, living in a house that he bought in 1959, saving things for a rainy day. Now, that's my husband, and I appreciate him having the forethought to think in that way. He's retiring in about 18 months. And he's got it in his head that he wants to retire. He doesn't want to work any further. I'm not like he's working now. And I kind of don't blame him. He's going to be of a certain age, and he shouldn't have to work, where it's the be-all, end-all of our lives. I feel bad for not getting up and finding a career of my own, only that of a salesperson. I had to think of what I was trying to say. I should have gone ahead, gone to school. Y'all have a wonderful time. I hope no more snow. I hope no more winter weather. I hope no bad weather comes to you. I hope that you are all safe. I do. I want you to go to sleep at night. Stare up at the ceiling.
It's 3:00.
Yeah, it's 3:00. My computer. I have it where it announces it on the hour. I don't know why I do. I just guess because if I watch TV, I can maintain what I'm doing with my hours. But usually I just sit here. I find something to do, like I have to reorganize my stickers. I have them all right here ready to be organized. Yeah, don't ask. Just don't. I have no answer for you. None. Along with depressive behaviors and anxiety and things like that, there are other things that you are obsessed, other things that you can control. And a lot of them are collecting things and being, you catch yourself saying, I might need it later. Or, I'm going to need this in the long run or whatever. And my thing at the time was stickers. I learned to plan. In my planner, I have to write things down. Otherwise, I'm not going to remember. If I type it out, I'm not going to remember it. So I use stickers also to help me remember what I have written. And I bought multiple types of stickers. And I'm trying to get rid of them. I don't want to really give them what I love stickers. I just love stickers. I don't know what my problem is. But look at my YouTube. It's facebook.com, Bows for Happiness. Have that great big belly laugh. Find somebody you appreciate. Think positive thoughts. You are worthy. You are absolutely worthy of anything you desire. You are worthy of the best of life, the best in life. You are worthy of everything that you need. And the only way you can get that is to self-talk to yourself and tell yourself that you are loved. You are loved by God. For number one, He created you. For number two, you have to be loved by yourself. Otherwise, no one else can love you. And that is an absolute truth. I never thought anybody, I was backwards. You see it in a couple of videos back. I was so backwards. Somebody needs to love me or I'm not going to be able to love myself. That is not true. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. I have to love myself because I am God's creation and I'm very appreciative that He has allowed me to live. So with that being said, I'm going to let everybody go and enjoy the rest of their evening. I hope you've had a wonderful dinner and I hope that you enjoy your weather and that all things positive come to you because you deserve that. You are absolutely worthy of everything you desire. You are absolutely worthy of all the best that life has to offer. I promise you, but you have to believe in it yourself or you're not going to get out of this depressive rut. Trust me. Write your lists. I gave an example of some lists yesterday. Write things down, especially in the first year, the first 6 months, anything, so that way you can see if there's a pattern of things that are making you depressed, and you can work in that direction instead of like being triggered every time somebody comes around. Use stoicism, and that is the most commonest way to combat any negative things. Somebody might go out their door and call you a witch. And the first thing you're going to do is jump up out of your chair and come out the door and try to beat their butt. Trust me, I know I've been there. I've been there. They don't know what they're talking about. Have they ever been inside your door before? Do they know who you are? Think about what you're doing before you jump up out of that chair. Really, seriously, somebody called me a witch, across the street years ago. And I was like, all right, come say that to my face. And I'm just out there, just all hillbilly in it and redneck in it. And come say that in my face. She had no idea who I was. I was not one of those that came out of the door. Nobody knew what was going on. It was crazy for me to jump up like I did. Redneck, I'm telling you. We can do this. We can do this. Have a serious attitude. We can do this. I know. We can do this. Whatever people think about you is none of your business because they don't know you. They have no idea who you are. All they know is who they are. And what they say may just reflect who they are. There's that. Do you ever think of that? Told you. Take a situation and just... I say the word conjugate because we used to have to conjugate sentences in 8th grade. Does anybody remember doing that? You take a sentence and you just dissect it all the way around. You have to conjugate certain aspects of what is being said and why they said it. And what were they saying? What did it mean? Do they even know you enough for it to mean anything? And I will catch y'all tomorrow, I promise. Y'all have a lovely afternoon. Be froggy. Really, really froggy. And I love y'all.